What happens when you judge one country against another based on sandwiches? Especially when you have a second go with all of your help. We're going to get our normals to judge 9 sandwiches from Italy, Japan and the USA to see which one gets crowned the king. We're going to judge them across 3 rounds: iconic, local legend and wild card. And last time we did this, there were opinions. So this time we have taken all of your opinions, the most popular choices. So if we got it wrong again, it's your fault this time. First round, the iconic sandwich from Italy, under cloche A.
The iconic sandwich.
Ooh. Okay.
Is that guanciale?
It looks like it's got...
Pesto?
It's pork.
Pesto?
It's
No.
maybe guanciale, maybe...
You haven't started without me, have you?
Yeah, sorry, mate. The community didn't like your opinions last time, so we've upgraded you. We'll save you some leftovers.
Sorry.
This is panino con la porchetta romana.
Oh,
So we are talking ciabatta roll, porchetta, salsa verde, and of course, a little bit of crackling.
That looks amazing.
Same category from Japan, under cloche B.
yes.
Oh, is that a tonkotsu
Tonkotsu, yeah.
sandwich?
A katsu sandwich, not to be confused with tonkotsu sauce.
Breaded pork.
No, wagyu beef.
Oh, it's beef.
Wagyu beef
Wagyu beef.
in the
Shokupan bread, shredded white cabbage, and eel sauce. And finally, from the USA, under cloche C.
Oh, wow. Sorry, have we tried to make a Philly cheesesteak on the channel?
We have put ribeye, caramelized onions, cheese into a hoagie roll. There's your Philly cheesesteak.
Comment below.
That is one of the best looking Philly cheese sandwiches I've ever seen.
Instantly, I know you're coming at me. I am going to chop it in half.
You have to. So is the crackling a traditional thing as well then?
Essentially, you debone an entire pig and then roll it back up with all of your seasonings and herbs and garlic, and then you cook it. So you'll always end up with some of that cracking skin, and everyone wants a little bit of that in their sandwich. Often sold from holes in the wall or kind of street food vendors. They cook the entire porchetta at the start of the day, and when it's gone, but up until that point, everyone loves it. It's iconic.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
A crispy, crusty ciabatta roll, but a crunchy crackling.
just wow.
Okay, texture game is off the charts. With the crackling, succulent, fatty pork, and then that fresh, vibrant kick of the salsa as well.
It's got a level of acidity, which is obviously from the capers, but salty as well. So it really actually cuts through. What is essentially, I'm getting the flavour of pork fat more than anything, which is incredibly satisfying. And actually, I think the ciabatta roll is perfect. It's got some real structure to it. It's absolutely fantastic.
No surprises, it dates back an awful long time, back to the Romans. And the responsibility of cooking the porchetta was often designated to like the best person in the household. Or you can just go to your butcher and buy it by the slice. And it's a real sort of celebration of deboning the pig, the right herbs and spices, slow cook for a long time so it's succulent and tender. Move on to B.
This is one of the internet's most famous sandwiches, I think.
Iconic in the sense that it's found in a lot of Japanese convenience stores, train stations, but this kind of wagyu version is a higher end option.
Sweetness.
From the bread, the
And the
shokupan
sauce.
is like a milk bread, slightly sweetened,
And the sauce?
and the eel sauce is glossy and shiny, almost like a Japanese barbecue sauce.
I think the wagyu is actually really important because you couldn't have a much leaner cut of meat, 'cause otherwise it'd be too dry. Because a lot of the moisture's coming, it's almost self-sourcing its fattiness.
The eel sauce doesn't
Really?
taste at all like it's from the sea. There's no fishy notes to it. It's
A bit like a Worcestershire sauce,
That's
you know,
it.
which it has that kind of ferment, spicing, vinegar acidity. We should stress, obviously, lots of different options for the sauces. The eel sauce is a classic, but as is just a tonkotsu, a kind of a fruity, tangy barbecue Japanese sauce.
oh man, this is so hard already.
And C, the Philly cheesesteak. Remember, we want your first, second, and third place for each.
Thinly sliced ribeye, did you say?
This is ribeye, born from an experiment where the so-called creator, Pat Olivieri, replaced hot dogs with thinly sliced beef for a snack for himself, and it was very popular. Local taxi drivers passing by loved it. It kind of became a thing.
And the cheese wasn't actually involved in that stage, it was added later.
Correct, cheese came later. Now this example uses Cheese Whiz. Some people say you should use provolone, variations of it nowadays, and traditionally, you're absolutely right, Mike, it didn't have cheese in it at all.
Oh dear me.
Popular in Philadelphia, but now absolutely spread right across the USA and worldwide. Is that iconic?
Ben, a phrase you use too much is mouthfeel.
Yeah.
And my mouth is feeling everything. It's
Describe to the audience how your mouth feels.
overloaded with
Silk.
silk. You're right. It's that fatty,
Thick silk.
thick,
Really thick
it's
silk.
glazed my entire mouth. But it's the main flavour is of onions.
The char from the quick fry, it's super thin, so therefore it's almost that caramelization is coming through, and then with the onions and with that cheese, it's the best option for this
It's the only option, I think.
because it's a completely different texture.
Onions caramelise in a pan, then the steak goes in, lots of good seasoning, and pretty much when it's there, you add in the cheese, and then you finish by putting the hoagie roll on top, so it steams and softens, and you kind of scoop it up. Now you've got to put these in order under the iconic category. 3 points for your favourite, 2 points for the middle, and a single point for your least favourite of the three, which we know they are all iconic.
This is impossible. This is genuinely impossible.
Comment down below, you can't snack on them, but by looking at them and by your knowledge of these iconic sandwiches. 3, 2, 1. In third place, Barry,
I can't
what's
believe-
taking a point from you?
I'm going to give, 1 point to Japan, 2 points to Italy, and my Margot Robbie in a bubble bath has to go to the Philly cheesesteak.
Explain what?
What does that mean?
In terms of the satisfaction levels, that is bringing me everything you could ever imagine, everything I've ever hoped for in that moment.
And everything you could ever hope for, you're saying is Margot Robbie in a bubble bath.
Yeah, it was so satisfying. It's out of this world.
I'm going on pure satisfaction levels. So I'm giving third place and 1 point to Italy. Even though I love that. I love that. I actually think that's the best put together sandwich.
It is, it's the smartest sandwich here.
I'm then giving 2 points to Japan. And on a pure craveability perspective,
Come hop in the bubble bath.
I'm going to hop in the bubble bath with you and Margot.
We have the points for the first round. Next, we move on to local legend. Now we're going very regional to local legend. For Italy, lift cloche A.
What? the heck
Crustless.
is that?
I already
Crustless.
like it.
It's,
Is that egg mayo?
No.
It's salmon.
yes, a salmon and cucumber and egg
From
sandwich.
Italy? Wow.
What the heck is that?
This is from Venice. It's a Venetian tramezzini, triangular, crustless sandwiches made with soft white milk bread, famous for their domed appearances because of how generous the fillings are. There can be countless fillings. This one we found from a very popular blog. Poached salmon, egg mayo, half-boiled egg, and cucumber.
Yeah,
I've been won over by milk bread because that is the best bread.
From Japan, the local legend is...
What is that? What is that?
cheese or is that a block of butter?
It's an Anko butter pan.
What?
No.
Brioche roll with red bean paste and butter.
Interesting.
Served at room temperature, so you get the creaminess of the butter.
Okay.
Wow, cool.
Pretty sweet because the red bean paste
Yeah, and the
is
brioche.
quite sweet and it's a sweet bump. And then from the USA, the local legend is...
What?
Where's the sandwich?
Do you remember it? It's a Kentucky hot brown
Oh, that's the hot brown.
Wow.
from Brown Hotel in
Yeah.
Louisville. The recipe is no secret. It's published on their website, but we are talking
shout.
bread, turkey, bacon, and a kind of cheesy Mornay sauce.
That's an amazing
Wow.
option.
Right, okay. Oh, God.
Italy, you're up.
Have a taste.
Cheers.
Oh,
I like that. Yeah.
wow, different flavours coming at different times. That's not everything all together. That's,
No.
here's some salmon, now here's some egg, and now here's some sauce.
It's giving me afternoon tea vibes. More than it is
100%.
Italy.
That milk bread is just so good.
I'll stop eating this one.
Now, the Venetian versions of these really do have a number of different fillings. It could be tuna and olive, It could be prawn and artichoke, it could be ham and egg, it could be mushroom. Now the reason it's so good in Venice is because the extra humidity from all the lagoons in Venice keeps the bread really soft and tender. That's the choice, and it's often served in bars there alongside Ombre de Vin, so the Venetian wine.
Oh, 100%, you can see that as a bar snack. A wine bar snack. And also, like, it's light and fresh, and it's not the Philly cheesesteak.
No.
It's not oozing with fat. It's actually very delicate in all of its flavours. Like, it feels
Celebrates the quality of the ingredients. Interestingly, it's said to be inspired by the English sandwich, but reinterpreted in Venice.
There you go.
Move on to Japan.
This feels odd to me.
Love brioche. I love butter.
What's not to love? That is like no sandwich I've ever had in my entire life.
Do you like it?
Yes.
And the fact, the butter being served in a block, and you feel the texture of the butter. On first impact, I was a bit thrown by it. But as soon as it starts to spread...
That's it. You instantly just get sweetness from the red bean paste and from brioche. And then, it's almost like as the butter spreads around your mouth, you get that super thick layer of butter flavour, which then makes the whole thing work amazing.
And people really love that kind of sweet, salty, creamy from the butter, dairy fat combo. Originally, the red bean paste on toast, on brioche toast, was a kind of a Tokyo thing, but it was really Nagoya that added the butter to it to become the Anko butter pan. Dating back about 100 years, just over to 1921, although it became a huge trend again more recently in 2018.
Sweet.
We literally bought the red bean paste from Hokkaido, so it is the sweet version, absolutely delicious, but with the butter takes it to a very different place. And now we move on to a sandwich that needs a knife and fork.
This just looks like melted cheese on the surface, but actually when you get into it,
it's the turkey bacon.
There's the morning sauce.
Oh, I'm gonna get in. I'll take a bit and pass it on.
I wonder, it would be really interesting to see if this genuinely takes us back, because we haven't eaten anything like this since being in Kentucky. And it's amazing what food can do to just transport you. Cheers. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Texan toast, turkey, tomato, a mornay made with sort of a strong parmesan and other cheeses, plus a little bit of nutmeg, and then finish with bacon.
The nutmeg in the mornay makes that go from being a hot melty mess to actually tasting sophisticated, which it doesn't look like it does, but it's great.
Turkey is a drier meat, but with so much other fat from the sauce and the bacon and
I agree.
The wet tomato.
I actually think the flavour of turkey, I know that's not a strong flavour, but it works.
A local legend because people would go to the hotel, enjoy live music and dancing, and then late at night would often have ham and eggs. But at one point, the head chef, Fred Schmidt, decided to serve this, which was the open turkey sandwich with the mornay and the bacon gratinated. Now, it hasn't got a lid. It is an open sandwich that you can't eat with your hands. It needs cutlery. It's baked. It's different. It's definitely a local legend, so much so you can now get the hot brown all over, not just in that one hotel. Same rules apply. I want your scores, but this time with local legend in mind. One of them you previously knew, two you didn't. But which is such a wonderful local legend?
Third place, because I'm not sure if it qualifies as a sandwich, is America.
Ooh, here's the hot browner sandwich. Comment down below. It gets 1 point from Baz.
These top two are close, but my number two is going to be Japan. And I'm going to have an Italian high tea with my nan in Italy. I just think that, from what I want from a sandwich, and what I've grown up with, and I love, but actually something completely new, that ticks all the boxes for me.
Third place, Italy.
Not a fan of the fish.
Fine.
I like it, and I think it's actually really delicious. Best lunchbox sandwich you could have.
Yeah.
Then going second place to the hot brown from
Hot brown
America.
takes 2 points.
And my first place goes to Japan because in the local legend category, I have never tasted anything like that works so well.
Score so far on the screen for you guys. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Fine,
I
no.
want to keep it impartial.
Okay.
I think we should go in and only
Sure.
find out who we've crowned at the end.
Okay.
But that's just me. I don't want to.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Next round.
Third and final round, sandwiches 7, 8, and 9 under the category wild card.
Oh.
This is always a good one.
For Italy, what do we got?
I'm sorry, what? Aubergine
Is that just a layer of...
fried something?
Oh no, it's just a layer of deep fried batter, is it?
Not a clue.
This is cinque a cinque. It's from Tuscany. It's a sandwich filled with chickpea cake, marinated aubergine, and served in a really crusty roll. So traditionally from Livorno,
Chickpea
which
cake.
we've had a couple of
Yeah.
times before in Global Street
Yeah,
Foods,
so recently.
and it threw you that it was from Italy.
Yep.
This is it in place, in situ, in a sandwich with marinated aubergine and a crusty roll. From Japan, the wild card.
Oh.
This is onigirazu, a sandwich without bread, wrapped in cling film so that you can easily eat it and transport it, and quite deliberately wrapped up in a way that those nori sheets actually absorb the moisture from the filling rather than the other ones that you unfold and the seaweed just touches the rice just before you eat it so you still have the crunch.
Sorry, what's in this, Ebbers?
So this is with salmon, avocado, radish, furikake.
Oh, yes. What's America got for us
Oh,
in the wild
gosh.
card?
And from America,
French toast? No, cheesy
What?
French.
Cheesy French toast.
Bacon. America.
this is the Monte Cristo, an egg-dipped ham and cheese sandwich topped with powdered sugar
They've taken a croque monsieur.
and covered it in sugar.
Is it eggy bread?
It's basically eggy bread, obviously a melted cheese and ham filling covered in powdered sugar.
Should we try some?
Yeah, let's eat
chickpea?
these sandwiches.
So this one, made en masse at the start of the day, layered up, and then people can grab when they want. So served very much at room temperature.
This is that bread that hurts your mouth. Mm-hmm. It's like
Bad
the
mouthfeel.
Toblerone of bread. I've got lockjaw trying to eat that.
Called cinque a cinque because it's from Livorno and it is safeguarded by the Cake Makers Association from Livorno, who hold an annual event on the 5th of May every year.
What is that aubergine marinated in? Because it's sensational.
Char grilled, and then oil, a little bit of vinegar, salt, pepper, some
sure.
herbs.
That's it. For how long?
So good, right?
How does that taste so amazing? The bread is so crisp and chewy, but the aubergine somehow creates all of the moisture needed. And it's not a dry sandwich.
The chickpea batter.
It's great, isn't it?
It's almost. It reminds me of
Like the batter of
the
fish
batter.
and chips.
Yeah, yeah. So therefore, it feels like a fish finger sandwich.
Do you want to hear the origins?
Yes.
Yes.
They have origins at sea. After the naval battle between Meloria and Pisa, ships were caught in a storm and it caused barrels of olive oil and chickpeas in the hold of the ship to spill and mix with a little seawater. That mix dried in the sun and hungry sailors had to eat it, but they loved it so much when they got back to land they started making the chickpea cake. So it is quite salty.
Yeah.
Got the olive oil, it's got the chickpea or chickpea flour made from, and that with the marinated aubergine is uniquely from Livorno in Tuscany.
It's absolutely delicious.
Well done, Italy.
Moving on to Japan, the onigirazu, made with salmon, avocado, radish, the rice, the nori, furikake, and then a sauce. And the sauce is spicy and tangy.
It's big sushi.
It's big sushi.
I think.
It's a bit.
Yeah, like a sweetness coming from the sauce. But yeah, not sugary sweetness. You're right, it's almost got a fruity...
It is sushi. But it's eating like a sandwich. In that the way you're biting through it, you're getting all the layers.
It's loved because obviously it's massively customizable. Kids love them. They're great for packed lunches, and they're very photo friendly because you cut them in half and the cross section can be beautiful. Moving to the final, our Monte Cristo.
Oh dear. Okay.
Now some say that it should be served with like a fruit jam.
Catch it.
Oh, I didn't want to do
It's
that.
so dense.
Whoa.
It's so dense.
This could be great. Cheers.
Previously appeared in an American cookbook titled The French Sandwich.
What?
As early as 1930, therefore almost certainly traces back to a croque monsieur We're not exactly sure of the precise origins. There is a place called Monte Cristo in Washington, little evidence to link the two, but many Americans would have been introduced to it at Disneyland.
Technically, isn't it a croque madame?
Croque madame needs the bechamel and then the egg on top. I suppose the fact that it's egg dipped like an egg French toast, kind of.
Here's what I will say about that. I don't hate it, and I thought it would be sickly sweet, but actually because of the egg, it's got a very savoury nature to it with the super greasy melted cheese. And then the icing sugar actually just ends up being on your lips.
Softens the edges.
So once you've got all that savoury flavour, you lick your lips, get a bit of sweetness, and it all starts to work.
Occasionally it's served with other sweetness instead of powdered sugar, like a maple syrup or a jam, but the powdered sugar is kind of key, and we've kept that one plain and simple.
A croque monsieur is one of my favourite sandwiches. I feel like it's gone a step
Backwards?
Yeah, maybe a step too far. I'm not sure if the step was the egg or the icing sugar. I don't hate it, I just don't love it.
I don't care about your love and your hate, I care about your 1, 2, 3 order. In the category of wild card, Barry, which is taking your third place and therefore 1 point?
Third place has to be to America. Japan second, because it's my favourite lunch option. But the wild card, the one that I looked at and thought I'm not going to like that and actually enjoy the flavour the most, has to be this Italian stunner.
Considering we're in the wild card category, and I could get hate for this, I'm putting Japan in third, because I think that is just big sushi. Again, within the category, I'm giving second place to the US and first place to Italy. Even though taste-wise, I think it works, it hasn't blown me away. I don't think I'd have it again, but I do think it works.
Thank you for your scores.
What have we done?
Let's do some maths. Final scores.
Okay.
When we add up each nation's points from the pair of you for all 3 rounds, the scores are 11, 12, and 13.
Oh my goodness.
In this order. In last place with 11 points, Japan. Second place with 12 points, America. So Italy take the win with the lucky 13. Italy is the best nation at sandwiches. Fact.
This time round.
Or is it a fact? You guys comment down below. This time, do you agree or disagree? And next time we're going to move on. We're going to do the same, but for different nations. So we need your suggestions. Which countries go up against each other in those 3 categories?
Unless you really hate this video, we have to do it all over again.
No, we've done these. I want some different nation sandwiches. I'd also like some likes. Please, if you enjoyed this, please give it a like, because we're trying to go back to back with 15,000 likes per video. Thank you.